Alright, welcome to this episode of my playthrough of The Witcher 3 Wild Hunt. We have met a former Witcher, or not a former Witcher, another Witcher called Letho, who comes from a different school than the Wolf School. He has had people, bounty hunters and everything like that, after him, and he tried to fake his own death. But he didn't tell us what the plan was, so when some bounty hunters appeared to have killed him, we killed them in revenge, which of course screwed up his plan to fake his own death and disappear from the bounty hunters and the price on his head. So we offered to Letho an alternate option. Go to Kaer Morhen. So that's now the second person we've sent to Kaer Morhen. We sent Kira Metz, and now we've sent Letho. Which has me thinking probably something's going to come up down the line at Kaer Morhen, and everybody we sent to Kaer Morhen is going to help us with it. But without any further ado, let's get back to exploring the points of interest around Velen. So, there's the bodies of the bounty hunters that we had killed. Oh, it turns out it took us right back to Lindenvale, because that's where that's roughly where we started. So we started in Lindenvale, where there was an old woman who asked us to clear her mansion, her family's manor, of a monster that was living in it. So we went over to Reardon Manor, which is where we found Letho, and then it looks like we kind of came up here and had a whole bit of a thing, and then we ended up going back over here, and that's where the whole Letho trying to fake his death thing happened. So let's see if we can find the lady. Actually, let's see, first of all, is there anything else I need to do as part of that? Ta-da-da, the Merry Widow. No, that's not the right one. Ta-da. I don't see it here. Gonna take another quick look. Nope, don't see it. It's the fall of the manor, basically. Oh well.
I see Casey's armor. Like winter.
Dolly! Sent my young'uns to pick mushrooms yesterday. To the woods? Alone? You know how it is. I'm too many mouths to feed. What kind of mother are you?
So this is the notice board, which led us to first talk to the old lady who is standing right here. And she's not here anymore. Alright. So she might have moved back into her manor. I'm just going to fast travel there, because I think I saw there was a... yeah, there's a road sign there. And we'll see what we find there. Letho had a bunch of traps. I don't know if they're still active or not. Like that one. Doesn't look like it. There's a tripwire that I managed to just walk right through. Sturdy barn key.
Wonder what door this opens.
Probably the barn. Because the other thing is, of course, in as compensation for clearing her manor of the monster, the lady said, "Here, take my key, there's a chest with my life savings in it. Go take it." So yeah, it looks like the traps don't respond even though they are still physically present. Up here is where we first found Letho. But because we found him, we didn't really have a chance to look around, so I'm going to explore and take a look. I don't see anything else up here, so let's drop down. Go in here. That's probably the door that the key we just found unlocked.
Somebody lived here once. Dolores. Something here. The chest.
There we are. 100 florins. That's probably the savings. Pardon me. That's probably the savings that the old lady wanted us to take. That is a carcass. Either a bovine or equine carcass, not sure which one. Either way, there's a thing up there, and I'm not entirely sure how you're supposed to get to it. Or if you even can get to it. Another tripwire. Oh, and this is one that we have to art. This is like the kind of door we have to art open. There we go. The wonders of Zerrikania. During my many travels, I have seen countless extraordinary places. The primeval wilds of Brokalan, with trees so high their tips disappear into the clouds. Dwarven chambers carved into the guts of the Mahakam Mountains, with walls plated in pure gold. The ice palace of Pont Vannis, adorned with stained frost windows. Yet none of these make such an impression on me as did the rightly famed Zerrikania. I think I've read this one. Yes. Yes, I have read that one before. And And this is something I got from the notice board. I've already read that one. Alright. Gnomish prankings. Don't think I've read that one. Scrub the greasings from a dog's ear, soak into cotton twine, place in a new lamp of greenish hue, and set said lamp betwixt an eager crowd. Forsooth shall they swear that a dog's head they behold, and this shall be no sorcery but good betidings. For the Prince of Elander's nuptials, a paltry gnome armed with a miniature cutlass behid himself in a pie. When guests partook of the princely banquet, anon jumped out of the besabered gnome, giving a terrible fright to all at first, then causing much merriment once the jest was figured. A cynocephalus, or a dog-head, in our tongue, a beast that in the wastes of Zangobar dwells, has the corpus of a man but the head of a dog. The Prince of Elander did receive such a specimen from those far-off lands. The cynocephalus let stream its urine with the toiling of every hour, both day and night. This is why the Zangobarians engrave its likeness on timepieces and compasses. Now this one over here is red.
A journal. Little wear and tear. Someone's journal.
Dolores Reardon's diary. The 3rd of Fayan. Hot summer days have come earlier than usual this year. Humbert has grown unbearable. He gets angry whenever I accompany the milkmaids to the river. He says I'm not to fraternize with the help. But what makes him truly furious is when I converse with Jan and Fred. He claims a well-born lady should not mix with men of lower rank. That doing so undermines his rightful authority over them. Perhaps once the summer swelter begins to fade, he'll become more tolerable. 20th of Fayan. The boredom weighs heavier and heavier upon me. I love my brother, and I'm glad we did not sell the estate after our parents died, but at times I daydream of what it would be like to live somewhere else, with other people. 43rd of Fayan. We've a guest. He's the son of a lord from somewhere near Gorsvelen. A hunt took him across our land, and he asked for lodging. Oh, what joy! Finally something is happening. 15th of Lammas. The time has come to admit it. I love Roderick, and I feel he loves me too. I hope Humbert will be pleased. The 18th of Lammas. I told Humbert about Roderick and me. He flew into a rage. He said that match was out of the question. Perhaps I can convince him otherwise. 21st of Lammas. Humbert remains implacable, but I shan't abandon the love of my life for him. If I'm left with no other choice, I will run away with Roderick. And thus, the old lady we met. And where on earth is this supposed to take me? If anywhere at all. Not a clue. I'm going to go into this other door and see what's here. Oh, no, that's the same door. What about this one? Ah, here we go. This is a place I've never been. A ladle. Will help with all that soup.
Look like twins. Old woman's brother. Must be.
Alright, well I think I'm out of things to do at the manor. So let's choose a next thing to do. Well, I'm here near Reardon Manor, and there's a notice board right here. So, Let's check it out and see what we find. Level 12 bear. This will be a bit of a challenge. Given that I'm level 9, I wasn't entirely sure about my ability to take it on.
Faster.
Alright, let's check out this notice board. Rat catcher come to town. Rid your hut and yard of mice, rats, and other furry vermin. For a bit extra, I'll see to the crawly, creepy kind as well. Fast and effective, using the latest in natural methods, a special magic flute from Hamelstein, which do no harm to plants nor friendly beasts. Reasonable prices, effectiveness guaranteed, a wandering rat catcher. Will darn and patch. If you wear it, I can patch it. Sew it, darn it, or otherwise make it good as new or better. My hands work fast and steady. Thread and patches included in the price, but if more than an elf's worth of stuff is needed, you'll have to provide it yourself. Payment in eggs, grain, or potatoes preferred. Wagon for sale. Hayrack wagon for sale. Original owner, good condition, hardly used, kept in barn. Inquire with Medi. Furrier looking for work. Furrier and leatherworker, 20 years at the table, willing to take on jobs large and small, fixing and creating apparel, fine and rugged. Reliable and timely, will pick up the raw stuffs and deliver the finished wares with a smile. Bram Blackbriar. Wicker work. Handicrafts from wicker and birch, baskets, mats, and more. We use wicker both white and dyed, with and without bark. On request, we can also make furniture, brooms, and other such household necessities. No pots, of course. Price negotiable, crops accepted most eagerly. Matrian daughters. Contract, monster from the swamp. Anyone knows how to read this and read it careful so that it's known far and wide, or at least throughout the whole village. Out in the bog, by where we dig peat, there's a beast what feeds on men and spurts out deadly mists all around itself. If you're good with a sword and looking for coin, know that I'll pay and pay well for that beast's head. And to everyone else, stay out of that accursed bog if you value your lives. Don't say I didn't warn you. Leslav. Wonder if that has anything to do with the crones of Crookback Bog, whom we are, of course, trying to contact as per Kira's direction. The merchant is sleeping. Of course. Speaking of, the Crones of Crookback Bog, I think, is over here-ish. So I'm not going to head any further south until I'm ready to pursue that. So, in the meantime, I'm going to check out this point of interest. hilly area here. Of course, it's on top of a frickin' mountain. Oh, it's a place of power. Awesome. That's apparently not how I get to it. Oh, a Leshen. The hell, it's level 20. That was not a welcome surprise.
Magic. A place of power.
Okay, but first I'm gonna meditate because, ow! It looks like it's an Reardon place of power. It's a dark place of power with crows circling above. So, of course, that gives me an ability point. Wrong button. So, let's take a look. Oh, I've got 2 ability points. I'm going to take a look, see what I want to do, and I will see you on the other side. So, you know, I'm going to be really boring, and I'm just going to upgrade my muscle memory and my strength training. Because I don't currently have a free spot to put a new ability anyway, so no sense taking a new ability. And also by doing that, it upgrades the second row of abilities for me to take. Now the other thing is, of course, I do now have the top right mutagen slot available, so I'm going to... Pardon me, I'm going to put the werewolf mutagen in there because I already have a plus 50 vitality, and this guy is plus 5% attack power because, hey, why not? It goes... Oh, there we go. Oh, that's interesting. So, for some reason, these ones are connecting, but this one is not. I wonder why. I wonder if it has to do with like not the color of the square, but the color of the actual mutagen itself. These guys being greenish in color would therefore go with like the green, the alchemy skills. Just as a point of curiosity, I'm going to put this blue mutagen in and see if it connects to the delusion. I'm not going to keep it there permanently, but yeah, okay. Good to know. But that is how it works. Alright, where to next? Next is going to be this one. Enhanced saddle. Is that any better than the saddle I currently have? No, no difference. Alright. So the Griffin trophy is plus 10 chance to dismember, whereas the Noonwraith trophy is plus 5 bonus experience from humans and non-humans. bonus experience wins out in my mind. Because while those dismemberments are cool, well, they don't really serve any functional purpose. Hello, Doe. Oh, it's a monster den. Interesting. Dragon Slayer's Grotto. That seems nice and warm and inviting, doesn't it? That is not your typical fast travel sign. I'm going to quickly save before I go in here. There we go. I have a funny feeling this may not end well. Oh, raid. Those guys are not anywhere near as bad as they used to be for me. So of course they start with a branching path. It's annoying as heck when you're standing right on top of the thing you want to loot, and it won't let you because you're standing right on top of it, so you have to like walk away from it, so that way you can turn to face it, and then therefore pick it up. There's a body. There's some kind of noxious fumes in there. I gotta watch out for that. Let's try this again. So actually, rather than trying again, I took a look at the timer on this video, and I realized we're at the end of the episode anyway. So you know the drill. Join me next time by clicking over there and see as we try and explore further inside the Dragon Slayer's Grotto. See you there.